go and Google it yourself. You know, if you've got heart problems, yeah, you've got plaque, arterial plaque, you get the hydrogen peroxide in your body, it will clear it out over time, and your fitness and vitality will come back. You'll be healthy. If you're carrying a lot of body fat, I don't carry much, look, I'm 53. You know, I can do 50 press-ups and I smoke cigarettes, and I'm really fit, I can walk 20 miles. You know, but I take lots of oxygen. You know, my diet's not brilliant, but I try and eat plenty of green stuff, green vegetables. I don't overcook it. If you get oxygen in your body, you're going to get yourself well. You know, it's just a question of starting off from something. The easiest stuff to get is to either buy an ozone machine and get yourself some hydrogen peroxide. You can spend 50 quid and you've got enough stuff there to last you years. You know, you can go to the doctors and you know, half a dozen prescriptions of shite, you know, statins. You know, when I used to have financial services business, the guy who worked for me, he was off sick for a week, so I rang him up. I said, what's the matter? He says, oh, I'm not feeling well, I'm depressed, I feel like killing myself. So I went around to see him. This is what's happened in the last month, what's happened in your life. He says, I went to a well-man clinic and they took my cholesterol level, they said it was too high, and they put me on these statins. So I said, well, I looked here all up, he says, flush him down the toilet, got rid of him, within a week he was back to normal. But there's about 8 million people in this country taking this shit, these statins. You know, it's criminal. And it's all about making more money.
And they treat the depression with
They're talking about putting lithium in the water, that's the latest thing.
What's it now? What was that? Lithium.
Lithium.
Lithium's
But if you carry an excess body fat, and you're not a pisshead and you're drinking loads of whiskey and drinking loads of beer, if you're carrying a lot of excess body fat, it's because you've got toxins in your body. If you had chemotherapy, people tend to put on weight because it's very toxic stuff and the body can't deal with it, so it stores it in your body fat. Get the oxygen in your body, enough over time, and you'll shed the body fat, and you'll get to a sort of, you know, you don't want to be too thin, you know, you want a bit of muscle on your body. But if you get the oxygen in your body, you'll get yourself into good shape and you'll feel good, life's good. If you don't, you'll feel shit and you'll go and have another McDonald's. Or a chicken McNugget, or, you know, don't eat microwave food, it's shite. You go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, it's all laced with MSG, as is McDonald's. If you go to a Chinese restaurant, it's got MSG, and what makes you want to eat more? You come out of the Chinese and you want to eat it all again, you know, that's how it works. You know, cook all your food from raw ingredients, you know, from the best source you can get. And if you've got an ozone machine, clean it up before you eat it.
You've given us quite a lot of ways of oxygenating here. If you only had to choose one, what would you say was a good way? You've given us the oxygen machine,
I would say get yourself some hydrogen peroxide, dilute it down to 0.025%. So 1/4 of 1%. Yeah. 250 parts per million. And have a jug of water like that one there in your house.
Yeah.
And fill your kettle up with it, put your vegetables in it, and drink it. Make all your tea and coffee with it, make all your fruit squashes with it. Obviously, don't have any aspartame or any of this crap that's in all the, you know, all your fruit juices are full of crap anyway. I don't know what you're going to do for it. But I get lemon. If I want squash, I'll get fresh lemons and smash them all up, and I'll add peroxide to it, and maybe a bit of honey.
You can get concentrated fruit juice that hasn't been added.
There is one that you can get, yeah. It's quite expensive, but yeah, there is one. The Truth Juice down south because they've got a health shop. And the one in West Wales, there's a health shop there. One of the girls who does the Truth Juice, they've got some good stuff there, black horses.
So how much peroxide drops would you put for a jug that sort of size?
Well, I actually start off with the, you know, I'll make up a gallon at a time, you know, so for a gallon, I think we need 35 mils.
Of 35%.
35 mils.
That would be 0.35.
Sorry, 35 mils is going to give you 1/4%, and then you need to dilute it down 10 times to get lower than that. So you need very, very little.
A drop even for
If you had a gallon, if you
a
had a,
dropper.
that's the stuff that you dip your finger in. You can see what this does to your finger, can't you? Yeah. So if you got a gallon container, let's say put 6 drops, just 6 drops in that. That's going to be quite enough. Yeah. And then if you're okay with that, after a few weeks, put a bit more in. The more you can taste it, obviously, the stronger it is.
Yeah.
There's no exact science to it. There's a protocol. If you go on the truth about hydrogen peroxide, they'll give you a protocol of how many drops you put in this and do all that.
And you asked before about, is there too much ozone you can put? There's definitely too much hydrogen peroxide then you can put in. There is a toxic dose.
It's not going to kill you, unless you drink the 35%, it ain't going to kill you. You know, you can
Right.
probably drink 1%, you won't do, I've drunk 1%, won't do you any harm.
Neat, 1%.
1%, yeah. Well, 1/35 of that, you know. You know, if you drank the 30, people have actually drank that, they haven't died, but it obviously caused some
Very
internal
good.
bleeding.
Oh,
because
Yeah.
You can see what it does to blood.
Yeah.
You know, so it's, you know, in nature it's quite low, you know. In rainwater, you know, it's quite low. Apparently at Lawrence, it's 1/4%, but I think they've got a decimal point on it. I think it's a tenth of that. You know, 1/10 of 1/4%, which is a lot, because once it's in your body, you know, you're not going to get well overnight. So it's over 6 months, and then you'll shed the body fat. Your breathing will be better. If you've got any crap in your lungs, you'll be coughing it up, and you'll be getting, you know, your excretory organs. You're going to be getting pus coming out of your skin.
But
Which
it's
is
a
just
cleaning
dead
process,
cells.
isn't it? Yeah.
It's a cleaning process. Yeah, we're all full of crap. Once you've cleaned it all out, you keep yourself clean. You know, it's just maintenance. You're just going to take enough to keep you
You
happy.
get that from Ireland, did you say?
What's that?
You got hydrogen peroxide.
That one's come from Ireland, yeah.
There's a guy in Wales selling it just up the road here. That's where I get mine from. It's like 13 quid for a very small amount.
Oh yeah.
Got a name for him on the website?
That's a
Got a
gallon
name
of
and a website for it?
35%.
Well, no, it's 13
Yeah.
quid for.
So-
Yeah, but
so
have you
you
got a
get-
website for the
That
camera?
works out at
No?
11
That's-
gallons of
that's
3%.
Way cheaper.
11
Oh, yeah.
gallons of 11 gallons of 3% for 30 quid.
Awesome.
From Ireland.
From there, yeah. That's food grade.
Where else are you going to find kind of
Yeah.
expensive materials in good quantity?
Yeah.
The
No,
Northern
but
Irish
I
have got
like-
all the peroxide, yeah.
That was a question.
Once you've made it up, how long does it last for?
It degrades, you know, it degrades by about 5–10% a year, so it's going to be fine.
Alright, so when even a few drops of water, by the time you drink it, it'll be fine.
That was fine.
And it's alright in plastic, it doesn't leach anything from the plastic. Or...
Well, if plastic's subject to temperature, you're going to get the chemicals coming through. So it's like if you ozonate water,
Yeah.
if it's chilled water, the ozone will stay in the water longer than if
Yeah,
it's warm
keep it
water.
chilled.
Yes, if you ozonate water, you drink it straight away.
Yeah.
But what were you concerned of? Is it pentanol A or something? The
exactly.
coating that they've
Yeah,
got on a lot of
exactly.
plastics that's
So that
nasty.
worries me, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
in
you
all the
missed out.
aluminium cans.
yeah, exactly.
But you missed out when you did the aluminium, the other, you forgot to say about the plastic, don't put cheese in plastic, whatever you do, and things like that.
Yeah, don't eat cheese slices because they've got loads of aluminium in them. Yeah. Eat Kraft cheese slices, don't eat them.
But they're not technically cheese anyway.
You need to look at the labels on virtually anything.
Disgusting.
Don't buy dried soups. You know,
Dried
most,
soups.
most dried soups have got MSG
It's
in.
yeast as well.
And it might have a different description, like some sort of hydrolyzed flavouring. It's MSG, it's shite. It screws your brain up. You know, you better make your own soup.
Which is a shame because we've all got, as you say before, outside your 2-year food supply. They're very attractive dry
You just need to
dry
get
goods,
one.
aren't they? And,
Just try and get the ones that ain't got the MSG, and there's probably some out there.
yeah.
You know. And you need, if you want a doomsday water machine, my friend Nigel, he's got one that runs on solar power or a car battery. And we could have swamp water here full of parasites, radioactive material. Because I'm doing this demo at the, what's it called, the Wake Up Call in Scotland. And we're going to have filthy black swamp water coming in one end. And then we're going to have pure water, which I'll drink, coming out of the other, which is like your doomsday scenario. So
Yeah.
if the worst does happen, ideally you can afford to get yourself canned food, dried food, a reverse osmosis water machine that you can take from under. It's the one you've got. It fits under your sink, but you can take it away from the sink and take it out in the wilds. You've got a caravan on it.
And run it off, so.
Run it off solar power or a car battery. Because you know, I know it sounds frightening, but that's the way it's heading. You know, we're heading for total anarchy over the world. This is what they want to do to us.
Well, so I was wondering, because I don't think your car batteries are going to last so long when you've got...
No, initially, well, if you've got a car, you've got some petrol to charge it up, yeah. Well, if he's doing will be solar power, so you've got a solar panel. You just,
There's also a lot of other free energy devices that
Yeah, yeah.
haven't been
I've got a you know, a thing for pull torch over
Yeah.
camping.
Yeah.
You just pull a string.
There's a free energy device we've seen that just charges car batteries perpetually. You know, you move them around and there's a just motion, and it keeps them all charged all the time. You just need to keep adding to it, know when to change it, and you'll keep the energy there all the time. And to run something like a reverse osmosis machine.
I think one guy had gone completely from one battery to another for 3 months. So not even turning it off, and it was still going. There was no smoking sign.
People don't see what's happening. I went on a holiday recently to one of the Canary Islands, and I booked this apartment on the internet. And I got there, 300 apartments on this complex with a pool in them, lovely place. 9 out of 10 of them had been repossessed. Then I went to this other place by the sea where there's big sand dunes. And I went past this huge, there was probably thousands of apartments, concrete and steel, been abandoned 5 years ago. The world economy is in deep shit everywhere you go, but it's not reported over here. Spain's going to go until so Portugal is, Ireland is, Greece is, the money they're giving to Greece is just going to go to the bankers. It's not going to do anything to help them. It's just tipping money down the black hole, and it's probably going to happen here.
5 years, what would you
You
think?
know, there's no jobs over here. We don't make anything. If you've got a job now, then you know, use the money to get your, make sure you've got enough food. If you want to get precious metals, get silver.
What about dehydration, you know, machine? Like drying food, is that a good idea?
If you, dry your own food, yeah.
Someone just said to get one of them and start.
But you know, as it stands
drying
now, there's no future for our children, our
food.
children's
Well, don't
children.
please, I'm saying
You
that.
know, they do want to wipe us out, and if you do the red, white spit test, which I was going to do today, but I thought we wouldn't have time to do
I'm not
it,
sure of that. What's that?
then everybody who does that, we've all got Morgellons in us, dormant.
Of what?
Morgellons disease. We all have, you see, my belief is that we are being genetically re-engineered.
Yeah.
Within your body, you have got another life form that is lying dormant, which the powers that be can probably, some wavelength, they can turn it on. So if you rinse your mouth out with some dilute peroxide, and then you swill red wine around your mouth for about 3 minutes, and you spit it out, you'll see all these fibres that are coming from your gums. Yeah? And then if you look at them under a high-powered microscope, yeah, within those fibres, they've got like a keratin coating, they're very tough. Within, there is another network of fibres, and there's a virus, and there's all sorts of... And they've got these perfect red blood cells, like... These human blood cells are not perfect. These are perfect, like it's for another life form. And it's like they're placing within your body a life form ready to take... It's like the invent... Let me show you. Where are you going to go in? Because the movie, you know, Hollywood is the wood, it's the tree. Yeah? It's what the magic wand's made out of. Holly, wood.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. They own the movies and they put clues in all these films.
Yeah.
And they try to give you clues because they like to rub your noses into it as to what's coming along. And I think they're going to try and take all our bodies over and turn us into slaves.
I thought we were
I was
already.
going to say, hold on a minute. I think you've missed the boat.
We're getting too feisty.
But they keep making remakes of this Invasion of the Body Snatchers. They keep remaking it because it's going to happen, isn't it?
We're already slaves though, there's no freedom. No democracy.
It could get worse,
Just
I think, is
thinking
what
of
he's
your
telling us.
imagination.
No such thing as democracy
Yeah, exactly.
in any principle.
Here we are.
There's something in the air,
Chemtrails.
and it feels like fear. There's something in the night, and it seems like terror. There's someone in your bed, and it looks like you. Life will be simpler now. The only thing missing will be you.
Mommy!
Yes, Mom, she's right there. What happened? I've seen people at the infirmary exhibiting paranoia. People afraid to sleep.
Get in bed.
Afraid of family members. I'm afraid of themselves. We're gonna go right now! Oh, Marty, let's get out of here. They're out there. They're everywhere. We're gonna get out of here, Marty.
Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna run? Where are you gonna hide? Nowhere. 'Cause there's no one like you left.
Body snatchers. The invasion continues. They kill to be you.
Nice thought, isn't it?
Now,
Yeah, they
actually,
made about 3 versions of that. Makes you wonder, doesn't it, what the player will do with us. Anyway, that's it for today, guys.
Yeah,